Hey everyone, I'm Chris.
And I'm Clay.
And we're in Times Square. Some of you asked to see the closed Broadway theaters right now, and we were like, we should walk around Times Square and show all of you.
But we did happen to pick the coldest day of the week. We didn't wear coats yesterday, or maybe even the day before.
We've been in shorts, and now it's freezing.
Now we're back in winter clothes.
I'm about to put on the earmuffs. We are starting here in front of TKTS. This is where thousands and thousands of tourists and New Yorkers wait in line to get tickets to Broadway shows when Broadway's up and running. We're going to show you a lot of the Broadway theaters, so come along for the journey. You excited, Clay?
Join us.
This is definitely the busiest I've seen Times Square in a year. A lot of people out. The people are still asking you to buy things. Nothing has changed, Clay.
We are turning on 41st Street, which is a pretty special theater because this is where I made my Broadway debut in Newsies, and Chris was in Pretty Woman here.
It's right there. The Nederlander. Can I get your autograph?
Yeah, sure.
So whenever you see a show at the Nederlander, fun fact, there's not a stage door other than the lobby doors. So the actors and the actresses all have to come through the lobby doors. So that's where we come out and sign autographs after Pretty Woman, and that's where you come out and meet the Newsy Boys.
It's also the box office for the theater.
Yeah. So the Nederlander Theatre is directly across the street from the back of the Aladdin Theatre and the Aladdin stage door. As we walk around the corner to 42nd Street to show you all the front of the New Amsterdam Theatre where Aladdin's playing, we'll tell you a funny story. So there was a Broadway blackout during the summer of 2019, whenever I was doing Pretty Woman and Clay was doing King Kong. So when Pretty Woman shut down that night, we went across the street to where the Aladdin cast was hanging out, and we had a big Broadway mixer, and it was really fun. And we got to hang outside on the fire escape with all the electricity off. It was really cool. All right, we're turning on to 42nd to see
42nd.
Aladdin.
So now we're on 42nd Street, and we are in front of the New Amsterdam Theatre. Fun fact, all of the Disney offices are upstairs in the New Amsterdam building.
Well, the Disney on Broadway offices. I don't know if all the Disney offices can fit in one building.
True. But this is the building where I signed my Newsies contract.
Aw, Disney on Broadway. You're part of the Disney fam. And we're rocking the Disney masks, so that's topical too.
Always.
Also, the New Amsterdam Theatre is located directly across the street from one of the entrances for Harry Potter. The main entrance is around on 43rd. They remodeled it when they put Harry Potter into this theater, the Lyric Theatre.
Harry Potter, Harry Potter.
Ooh, Harry Potter, Harry Potter. Yeah! Turning down 34th Street, the Lyric Theatre, where Harry Potter and the Cursed Child will resume performances post-COVID. I have no idea what this is, but it looks pretty. Looks like a movie set. Oh wait, that's Chelsea. Oh yeah, that's the building where I auditioned for Hamilton. That's pretty cool.
Thanks.
Weird. So this is the Harry Potter marquee. This used to be just the stage door, and now because Harry Potter is such a popular show, they anticipated that, and they put the entrance here, so it wouldn't have to be on crowded 42nd Street.
We saw Harry Potter and the Cursed Child over in London, and then loved it so much that we bought tickets for when it came to Broadway. So we saw it twice now.
Funny story about that.
Well, the website was like, we're sold out for forever, so the best available tickets are next May. So I was like, fierce, I'll buy tickets. And I went on and it was like, tickets available for May. So I was like, getting them, they're best available. Put my credit card information in. I got 6 tickets to both parts of the play.
That's 12 Broadway tickets.
And then like a couple weeks went by, then I get an email in the morning that was like, how did you like Harry Potter last night? And I was not at Harry Potter last night, so I fully bought tickets for like a couple weeks later, rather than a year and a couple weeks later. So
thankfully the box office folks at the Lyric Theatre were able to help us out and got us tickets for a few weeks later, so we actually got to see it almost a year earlier than we expected to. We have walked across Times Square, still on 43rd Street, to come to the Sondheim Theatre. This is where Mrs. Doubtfire had just begun previews on Broadway right before the pandemic hit. I got to do some pre-pro for Mrs. Doubtfire, so I'm so excited to see a lot of our friends in the show. The marquee needs cleaning a little bit because those pigeon friends are finding a new home to poop on. Great.
Wow, performances suspended through April 14th.
Of last year.
It's
That's
almost
crazy.
April 14th of this year.
That's bizarre.
Oh, yikes.
Annalise, we love you! Annalise was one of the girls in Matilda. She's on the left. And also that's Jen Gambitese as the mom, and she was Jane in the musical Tarzan on Broadway.
Yeah, she was.
Getting back to the Disney theme. All right, let's keep our journey onward.
244th.
Here we go! We are passing where they film Good Morning America. Hi, Gio. Hi, Will, your friends that work there. Directly across the street from CBS News. So there are actually very few theaters on the east side of the street Broadway. And this is one of them. This is where Plaza Suite was playing on Broadway, or was prepping to play on Broadway when the pandemic hit. It is a play that stars Sarah Jessica Parker and her husband, Matthew Broderick. We all know and love them. And I'm excited to see that whenever it comes back. All right, we crossed back over Broadway, still on 44th Street, and I ducked under the awning in front of the Shubert Theatre. The play was in Matilda here. It also was the home of the original chorus line and so many other iconic shows. I ducked under here because it was so windy. This was the home of To Kill a Mockingbird. The Shubert Theatre has also been immortalized in many movies and recreated in many movies like The Producers, Prom, etc. There are so many awesome shows playing on 44th Street, or will be playing soon after all of this. 44th Street is the home to Jagged Little Pill and Phantom of the Opera under all of that construction down there. Yikes! As well as the Helen Hayes Theater, which is part of second stage, and that is where Take Me Out was scheduled to open, and I'm excited for it to come back afterwards too. Right next door to the Helen Hayes, and right across the street from the Broadhurst, where Jagged Little Pill is playing, is the St. James Theatre, which was the home to Frozen before the shutdown. Frozen's no longer going to reopen. So sad to see Frozen close, but we're excited that it's still on tour and the rest of the world gets to see it soon. Hi friends, hi friends, hi friends.
We haven't seen Jagged Little Pill yet, but I'm really excited to see it whenever it comes back.
Yeah, the music's so great.
Yeah. And I'm here.
So much construction going on over Phantom of the Opera. I wonder what they're doing here. But also look how empty the street is. It's eerie, right? He used to play Prince Hans right over there. Phantom of the Opera is the longest running show on Broadway, and it will continue once the pandemic is done. Hi, G. Johnson. There's something on your face. Right there.
Think of me. I know they're doing a new search for a new Christine, so if you need someone.
Cast. Let's cast him. Play Rice-Thomson as Christine.
Ready. A special little connecting street that connects 44th to 45th Street is called Shubert Alley.
It's magical and it's famous.
It is, and it has a whole bunch of Broadway posters and the stage door for the Shubert Theatre.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I remember in high school when I first came to New York, I would walk down this strip and just see all the pictures of the shows that I wanted to see. Sometimes I would take pictures in front of them.
This was my stage door for Matilda.
It was. Oh, remember your stage door woman, Rose?
Rose or Leon.
Yes, Leon was so nice.
I know.
So many shows. I cannot wait to see. Get out of here. Okay, so I went to college with Adriana. We graduated in the same class. There were 8 of us in the graduating class. And now she's a star. And I can't wait to see her in 6. So many things I haven't seen. This gorgeous human. Oh. Gosh. Wow. I wish I could have seen her in the role. A true icon. So this is Shubert Alley. Whenever New York's up and running again, you gotta come check out Junior's and get cheesecake after you see a show.
Yum. During Matilda, we would go over to Junior's and get food, like to go, and then bring it over and eat it in our dressing room.
Nom nom nom.
What's that?
I took a picture in front of this the day Clay and I saw Book of Mormon on Broadway the first time. And then I got to do Book of Mormon on Broadway for a long time, which is pretty cool. Around the corner from the Shubert Theatre and around the corner from Shubert Alley is the Booth Theatre. I first saw it next to Normal at the Booth Theatre. That's what I always think about when I see it. I don't know if anything's playing here right now. Well, nothing's playing right now. Broadway shows are suspended through May 30th. Are we picking back up in June? That's news to me. So right outside of the Booth Theatre, we have the music box. That's where Gershwin Hansen plays.
Yeah, and Ain't Too Proud is right down there.
Yep, and that's at the Imperial. Les Mis opened at the Imperial, and then one of the revivals played at the Imperial. A lot of Les Mis happening at the Imperial Theatre. But right here we have one of my favorite shows ever, Come From Away, which they just filmed, and we can see at some point in the new year, or at some point in the year. I'm excited for that to be released.
Yeah.
I love it so much. so uplifting. It's just so great. So if you get a chance to watch Come From Away, either digitally or in person someday, definitely check it out. Let us in! Broadway, let us in!
And next door to the Schoenfeld, where Come From Away is the Jacobs Theatre, where Company is.
This revival of Company is actually gender swapped a lot of the roles, I believe. So I'm excited to see it and see the new take that's happening with the show Company.
Yeah.
I like when people reinvent old things.
Next to the Jacobs Theatre is the Golden Theatre, where Thoughts of a Colored Man will play soon,
Yeah,
hopefully.
they just announced that one. They just put up the marquee, which is the first new show being announced that's coming to Broadway. So that gives us hope for the return of the great bright way.
And here's some Dear Evan Hansen signs outside their theatre. And the music box.
So 46th Street hosts the stage door to Ain't Too Proud, as well as the entrance to the Richard Rodgers for Hamilton and the Luntfontein Theatre.
Tina, I haven't seen this one, but I'm so excited to see Adrian Warren Slaya. I've heard something might be moving here from another theatre. Next up, Hamilton. Ha, ha, Hamilton, Hamilton, ha, ha.
This is the outside of the Richard Rodgers Theatre where Hamilton will resume performances on Broadway. Cannot wait for this show to open on Broadway again, and I can't wait for the tours to come back too. So you can see me on stage at a city near you in Hamilton.
We're now in front of the Barrymore Theatre where The Inheritance was playing, and it closed right before the pandemic hit. And we didn't get to see it.
I know. I wanted to see it really bad.
Six was supposed to have their opening night the day that Broadway shut down.
They are at the Brooks Atkinson Theatre. I always think of Michael Arden's Spring Awakening when I see this theater. The Friedman Theatre has a lot of plays. It's in Manhattan Theatre Club Theater. Hi Laura Lenny. Hi Laura Lenny. I love when we pass Broadway posters with friends on them. Hi friends. Hi Ainsley. Hi Josh. Hi Alicia. Making our way uptown to 48th Street to see another theater. There's a lot of construction happening. This theater district better be open, no scaffolding or anything when Broadway comes back, because there's scaffolding everywhere. There were two shows playing on this street between Broadway and 8th Avenue. Hadestown and Diana, based on Princess Diana's life. And we'll show you those theaters right now.
Diana was in previews when everything shut down, so they didn't even get to open. But they filmed the show for Netflix, so hopefully it's coming out this fall.
Yay! And then we have the Walter Kerr, where Hadestown is playing, the Ambassador Theater, where Chicago has been playing, the longest running American musical on Broadway. I've seen it so many times. It's a great one. It's iconic. And then down the street is my old home. This is the theater where I made my Broadway debut in 2013. I was with the show through 2017. That's 4.5 years. It was a great time. A long time to be with one show, but I had a great time doing it. And Clay saw me in the show 100 times, so he was very supportive. I'll show you my stage door. Come on. That's the door that I would take to get into work. And that's where you can wait outside to give people autographs when the show opens back up. We are standing at the entrance of the Gershwin Theatre, where Wicked was playing, and the Circle in the Square Theatre, where American Buffalo had maybe started previews. I don't know. But I used to wait out here into the Wicked Lottery when I would visit New York during spring break in high school and stuff. And now I've seen friends in it over the years. It's a fun, iconic theater, and it was actually where I saw my first Broadway show. So Gershwin's so special. And we've seen a lot of fun shows at the Circle in the Square as well. Hi, Carol Lindsay. You look so beautiful. She was in Newsies. Clay, I loved seeing you in Wicked. You were so good.
Oh, thanks.
Clay?
I love the inside of the Gershwin Theatre.
Yeah.
Because they redid it for Wicked.
Yeah.
So it's like a theme to it. I feel like the only other Broadway theater that's done that is the Lyric for Harry Potter.
Yeah, the inside's all green. Let's see if you can see any of it. See how the rugs are green, there's green lights on the escalators.
Like the map on the wall.
Yeah, I remember that when I first saw the show years ago. What a great design. Well, even this merch booth has the time-dragging clock on top. Good job, Wicked. So somehow we missed 45th on the other side of 8th Avenue, which is where...
Al Hirschfeld.
Yeah, Al Hirschfeld, where Moulin Rouge is playing. We missed that one. And we also missed the Winter Garden, where Beetlejuice was playing. and now Music Man with Hugh Jackman and Sutton Foster will be opening at some point. It was funny, we started heading home because of the wind, and now the wind stopped and the sun came out, so I don't know. So nothing was playing at the Neil Simon, but the MJ musical was supposed to open there at some point, maybe it will, and R.I.P. Mean Girls.
They're one of the few musicals that have announced that they're not reopening after they shut down. It's such a fun show. I'm so sad for them.
I'm sad for the casting crew.
Now we're coming up to the Broadway Theatre, where I did King Kong and where West Side Story is now playing. Well, was and will.
And will. Seeing Clay and King Kong on the stage was incredible. It's one of the bigger Broadway houses, I feel like, and it was so cool to see Mr. Clay on stage in it. He was so great. Fun fact, it's also located just across the street from the Stephen Colbert Late Show, and they share a street for their stage doors. The stage door for the Late Show's over there, and the Broadway Theater's a stage door down the street. So we're wrapping up our
There's
tour.
one more. There's the Studio 54 Theater.
Yeah.
Where Carolina Change was supposed to open, and I think are still opening.
Yeah, I think they moved their dates, of course. 54 Below, where they have a lot of fun concerts, and Carolina Change at Studio 54. This used to be the biggest club in Manhattan, and now it's a musical theater venue. Well, I've seen some plays here too. A lot of wind today. That concludes our tour today. Thanks for joining in on the fun.
Yeah, let us know what your favorite Broadway theater is. Whatever show brings back memories of sitting in a theater. Comment that below.
I miss it a lot. Click the subscribe button. We have new videos twice a week, every Tuesday and Friday, and we'll see you real soon.
Bye.